What's up, boxing fans? Y'all back with Prince of Tomato Can with all boxing broadcast. And today the biggest question is Shakur Stevenson really the boogeyman that he claims to be, or does Shakur Stevenson just be capping? And we'll talk about that in here. I want people to come in here and weigh in on this whole subject. As we know, ever since Shakur came into the fight game, it's been hard for him to get fights. That's what it been betrayed to be. Whichever way we want to look at it. He's now being accused of not actually fighting any of the top guys, and he's saying, "Well, they don't want to fight me. They don't want to fight me. Everybody's scared of me. Everybody's scared. Everybody ducking." So now, the big question is out there now. Does Shakur really want some of these fights that people want him to have? Is these fighters really ducking him, or are they really afraid of him? You know. So, like I said, I want the fans to weigh in. I'm gonna do this unbiased as possible. I was a huge Shakur Stevenson fan. I'm still a Shakur Stevenson fan, but I was a bigger Shakur Stevenson fan until he started doing certain things that I felt like wasn't, whatever. But that's not my business to really say. So that's why I say I'm gonna do this as unbiased as possible. I'm gonna let everybody else weigh in on it. I'm not gonna give my thoughts or anything. I'm just gonna put everything out of what happened recently. So we all know he had to fight with Kid Austin. I gotta just bring everybody up to speed. I'm gonna get to where we going. Uh, he had to fight with Kid Austin, and that fight got canceled due to Kid Austin getting sick and all that good stuff. So all that bad stuff, however you want to look at it. So then they had two guys to replace it. They had Patty Lee, two guys in question at first, Patty Lee and the Jediah dude. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. And pretty much he's been calling out Shakur ever since. As we can see in this video.
Oh, I want to say something, Shakur, don't run anymore, bro. Don't run anymore. Coming for you, okay?
Yeah, so he actually has been calling Shakur Stevenson out. He was saying pretty much, hey man, fight me. I'm ready to fight. You say everybody ducking you, they all come and fight me. And the fans went on a rampage, on a rage, saying, well, Shakur should have fought him instead of Padley. So I kind of want to weigh in on that just a little. I don't feel like a fan was pretty much saying that, he was a big fight for Shakur because,
Well, ain't nobody gonna watch that motherfucking fight.
right now, ain't nobody gonna watch that. It was just under the same circumstances, people felt like he should have went with the better opponent. That what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. I don't feel like people really felt like this guy was going to give Shakur he'll be a good fight for Shakur. Like right now, if they have a good training camp, if they had a heads up and all that good stuff. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So like I say, okay. So yeah, because if they was to announce this fight now, then
The fight everybody has not been waiting for.
that's what it would have been. It would have been just another fight that nobody would have been waiting for. So it would have looked like if he would have come out, if he come out right now and say, "All right, I'll fight him," because no. We don't want. I'm just speaking for me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I feel like that'd be a good fight. I feel like it would have been a better fight than Paddle. Nah, so but what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. I don't feel like with a full camp, Shakur going to a full camp training for him going for a full camp training for Shakur, that it'll be a good fight. That's just me being unbiased. But however, I do feel like that would have been a better fight for Shakur. A last minute fight, uh, versus, instead of Padley. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So, um, yeah, it went crazy. So then we get to the point where now Teofimo, well, I guess we can see the response. Shakur say, bro, y'all can't be serious. I don't know this dude. Never heard of him. None of that. But he's ass. They keep trying to direct me toward the little kids. I want big names. I get that. I respect that. You know, I respect that. Like I said, if Shakur was to come out right now and say I'm fighting him next, then no fan gonna be happy. Then it's gonna look like it's gonna be like, well, I tried to get y'all said y'all wanted it. So I'm gonna make that clear from me. I'm gonna make that clear from me. I don't think that'd be a good fight. I think that would have been a better fight than Padley. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So I respect Shakur for saying that. Nah, no, 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 no. So then after that, okay, I'm just bringing y'all up on speed. So then Teofimo went to bringing it up. Y'all know Teofimo always got try to put himself in the equation some kind of way. Uh, and he brought it up. He went to pretty much telling Shakur like, hey, yeah, you scared of him. Won't you fight him? Stuff like that. So then Shakur responded to Teofimo by saying, how about you fight me next, Tio? Let's line it up. We both do business with the same people. I'll go to 140 for this on God. Mm. So it got the fans going crazy, like, yeah, 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 man, shoot. Come on, man. And then he went as far as to even the ad and say, world champion in 4 different weight classes by the age of 28. Shh, I'm down. Tell dude tell dude run it or stop mentioning my name. I get that. I get that. A fight with uh Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, I feel like that'd be a great fight. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. I know that it'll be very technical. I don't I think it'll go 12 rounds and I would like it to go 12 rounds. Like I would like a fight like that to go 12. I would like a fight with action to go 12 rounds. I don't think that they both going to be like having a slugfest, but I can see it being like a chess match. I would like that fight. Teofimo had trouble on. He said that Jermaine Ortiz was running and he couldn't pretty much cut off the ring. I don't see Shakur standing in their pocket with him or anything. I'm not gonna say that. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. I mean, you never know until the fight happened if Teofimo could lock him down and get him to fight, and Shakur might really show some greatness. And like I said, keep in mind, I troll a lot about Shakur, but I'm doing this unbiased as possible. And I really, yeah, Shakur, that would have been a good fight. That'd be a great, 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 great fight. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So I didn't notice if Teofimo Lopez responded or not. Um, huh? What happened? I'm doing my thing. Sit down for me for a minute. You got bleach on your shirt already? Oh Lord, we'll talk about it in a minute. Um, I didn't know. I don't know if Teofimo responded or not. I didn't keep up on it. But like I say, that'd be a great fight. But the biggest thing that I noticed in Shakur response when Teofimo he was like, and this is the biggest part this is the biggest talking point, one of the biggest talking points. Shakur was like, "How about you fight me next, Tio? Let's line it up. We both do business with the same people. I'll go 140 for this on God." That's what he said. Now that's what Shakur Stevenson said. So then, people started calling. Well, people been calling Shakur Stevenson the boogeyman for Lord knows how long, and it was calling him the boogeyman for a long time. And I personally feel like this: calling a fighter or a person, the boogeyman is pretty much saying everybody is afraid of me. You know, right? What do I know? I'm just a Dominican. So if everyone isn't afraid of you, then I feel like at some point someone has to shut this guy up. He pretty much the news coming out, everybody saying all the reports saying Shakur can't get a fight. Everybody's scared to fight Shakur. Somebody got to step up to say, "Hey, I want to fight him." And that's like I say, that's what the Jadalia guy did. He jumped up and he said, "I want to fight," and I get Shakur for saying no, not that fight. And but then Gary Russell came out and he said, "Yeah, I would fight Shakur." Matter of fact, I'm about to go behind the scene because we know, we talk to the same people and this and that, and I know how to get in contact with him, and I'm going to request to fight him. He put that out there, and then Shakur went to Twitter and said, "LOL, crazy. I got hella respect for cuz we used to spar every other day for real, for real. He don't gotta take it no type of way, but I would love to line it up with him if the money make sense." So pretty much we could see Gary Russell versus Shakur Stevenson if the money makes sense. And I'm not gonna lie, I like this fight. Dang, I'm just a tomato can, but I like this fight. But will this fight happen? Did Gary Russell just call his bluff? Because the energy doesn't match. I'm just a tomato can, but the energy doesn't match. When Teofimo, he was like, "Yeah, I'll go up there with 140 on God." He said nothing about money. I go back to it. Let me see, because I want to make sure that we on the same page. Oops, not that one. This one. He said, I go. He said, I go to 140 on God. And he came right back and say, I become another a world champion in the fourth weight class by the age of 28. Let's get it. Gary on Tour Russell response was, "Yeah, we can line it up if the money makes sense." So then that got a lot of fans questioning Shakur now. They got a lot of fans questioning Shakur. It's like, now, when Teofimo said it, you said you'll go up there on God. You'll be you was pretty much happy with moving up to 140 and fighting for another championship on God. You was pretty much, that's what you were saying. And then uh when Gary Russell said it, now you saying money. But let me say something now. And this is probably why the fans are saying what they're saying. Like, bro, like your energy isn't matching because Gary Russell is a champion at 140. Gary Russell is a champion at 140. I was trying to say he's a champion and he's at 140. It's the same thing with Teofimo Lopez. So I feel like, and I got to say this, I respect all these fighters. I respect them all. And I would hope that the money would be right in any fight that any one of them fight. But to say that, that's what I want people to weigh in on. Like, how do people feel about him adding the money topic when it comes to Gary Russell? But when it was with Teofimo, it was, yeah, I'll become another champion and I'll go up to 140 for that. On God. Uh, I mean, the response in itself, if you ask me, the response is just it's like cherry picking in itself. He went from saying, "Let's run it, I go to 140 on God," to saying, If the money makes sense, I hope the money makes sense. I don't know how much sense the money could make, or what sense do he want the money to make when he just faced Patterly for what he said was his biggest payday. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato king. And like I say, I don't take nothing away from none of these fighters. I want all these fighters to get the most money as possible for the for what they do in the ring because they put their lives online for our entertainment. And I respect that for them. I respect that right there by itself for them. What do I know? I'm just a tomato king. But I want to know everybody's thoughts on this. I'm not staying on long because that's why I came on earlier than what I scheduled it. But I would like for Teofimo Lopez and Shakur to fight, but I would love for uh Shakur versus Gary Russell. Gary Russell fresh off of becoming a champion. I feel like it'd be a great fight, man. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. And so I don't know if Shakur have anything lined up right now. I don't think so. I hope he doesn't have anything lined up and he's talking like this because, to me, I feel like it'll be clout chasing. I'm not calling it that yet because I don't know. I was under the impression that he had like a 2 fight deal and he didn't really even fight one of his fight. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just a two anybody we fight deal. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't unless Patty Lee was really on his contract. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So uh, we got one of these guys got to fight Shakur. Shakur got to fight one of these guys. We can't just keep calling Shakur the boogeyman without the action. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. He wanted to fight Lamont Roach. I get that. He can't fight Lamont Roach if Javante Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is going to go back into the rematch. So I get that, but I just can't have this guy calling out all these fighters and then fight the plumber next. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. I just can't have this guy doing that. I mean, we all want to hold certain fighters up to certain expectations. We gotta hold them all up to the same expectations. If I don't see this fight, I don't know what else to say. Gary Russell pretty much said he's ready. He said he about to reach out to Shakur team. I want to see this fight at 140. It'll make a statement. This is another guy that pretty much a lot of people, and I'm not saying that I say this, but a lot of people saying that Javante was ducking him. Um, so I feel like this would be a great statement win if Shakur was to fight him and win. I feel like, not even and me, I don't even care. I don't do that boring thing. I don't do that. I don't trash him and say, oh, he's boring. I might troll and have fun and say it. But this would be a good fight. And no matter how he win this fight, um, as long as he fight this fight, like Shakur, I don't know. I'm asking y'all really. I'm asking the fans, the Shakur fans, the boxing fans, everybody. Like, does like come on? Is Shakur just capping at this point? Like, is this going to be the way that we can tell if Shakur has been capping all this long time by saying everybody is afraid of him? That's what this is about. Now what? Shakur, it's time to fight a hitchhike. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So like I say, I'm not staying on too long. Um, I just wanted to kind of get that out there. Uh, I think that was everything that I had to talk about tonight. And yeah, but other than that, in my honest opinion, I just feel like Shakur just didn't do enough yet. I feel like if he was to not to be called the boogeyman, I feel like he's a great fighter. I really do. I feel like Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter. But he's not fighting. He's not fighting nobody. And I'm not trying to disrespect all the fighters that he have faced. But at the same time, he got to fight. He can't just keep calling people out that guys like with the Teofimo. He called him out. That's what I feel. I feel like he called him out knowing that he had something lined up. Gary Russell doesn't have anything lined up. Shakur Stevenson doesn't have anything lined up that we know of. They both just had a fight a week apart. What it was, 2 weeks apart, something like that. But yeah, hey, why not? Why not? Shakur, it's time for you to show us that you are the boogeyman. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. And on that note, I'm out.